It's more than 30 years since an RAF Chinook helicopter crashed into the Mull of Kintyre, killing all 29 people on board. The Prime Minister has rejected calls for a public inquiry, but the families of those who died are continuing their fight for answers. Philip Norton reports.
I was just 7 years old when I lost my father. My younger brother and sister were 2. I just remember there was a knock on the door. It was a colleague of my father's, and they just said, "Is your mummy in?" And I remember in that moment, I just had this sinking feeling. I just knew something terrible had happened.
It was one of the RAF's worst peacetime losses of life.
Good evening. An RAF Chinook helicopter with 29 people on board has crashed in the west of Scotland.
The Chinook helicopter was flying from Northern Ireland to Scotland in 1994. There were 29 people on board, including army and intelligence officers, when it crashed on the Mull of Kintyre. All lost their lives. 3 decades on, their families are again calling for a full public inquiry.
Esme's daddy, my daddy, and all of those passengers went to work one day and they come home 4 days later in a box. We don't know, we don't know all the circumstances, the truth behind it. There hasn't been transparency, and you know, there's a lot of revelations now. People are coming forward, and we feel we need to know, we deserve to know.
Last year, a BBC documentary highlighted concerns over the Chinook's airworthiness. MOD documents passed to the BBC, one written 9 months before the crash, detailed serious concerns about the helicopter's computer software, describing it as positively dangerous. Major Chris Doherty from Wisbech was one of several intelligence officers on the flight. His sister Nicola is among those calling for answers.
Who gave the order to allow 29 people to go onto an unairworthy aircraft? That is the question I would like asked. Why did my brother, along with 28 others, board an aircraft that highly trained MOD test pilots were ordered not to fly?
The cause of the crash is still unknown. The Ministry of Defence says the accident has already been the subject of 6 inquiries and that records about what happened cannot be released due to data protection issues. In a letter to the families, the Prime Minister has said he does not believe that a new inquiry can bring any greater certainty or is in the public interest.
I really hope Keir Starmer's watching and he's listening and he's looking at us. It's a long, long time to wait. My mum has passed away. There's a couple of widows have passed away. They didn't get to know. And, you know, it's our human right to know all the circumstances surrounding our dad's death.
The families have now launched a petition calling for a judicial review and release of documents. So far, almost 40,000 people have signed it. Philip Norton, BBC News.